Alright, may not see my face, but you see my hands. So, first thing, you get the pepper, and you open it. You can either open it, this way, or just do the way you do it like that. Now, if you're fussy, you can always rewash this, just in case. Just to be on the safe side. So you rewash it, come back, and you slice up these peppers. So this would be good for having fajitas. First thing, this is hard to do when I'm first time trying to talk to you guys and trying to make a meal at the same time. Okay, you can slice up the inner parts of it, including this part. I'm kind of extra fussy on my food. Then you slice it thinly, but when I'm cooking that nicely, and just make sure you don't cut your fingers. Not like I'm down video, eh? With my nails, thank goodness. And you just keep cutting and slicing. There you go, see? When you do this, you put it in a colander, which is like a strainer, so you can rinse them off. So right now, I'm slicing around. I'll show you. Just see here? You want to get rid of that. It's part of the inner core of the red pepper. You do the exact same thing with all the other peppers. Depending on how many people you're cooking for, you can cook between 1 to maybe 6. If you're cooking between one person to, if you're cooking for one person, I say 1 pepper, 1 onion, and 1 piece of chicken. Then you have leftovers for 1 person. If you're cooking for 5 or more people, you can do about 6 or 8 peppers, especially when you have some people who love peppers with on the fajitas. You do that, you keep slicing up. And now it sounds a little tedious and a lot of hard work, but actually it's worth it in the long run. You know how strange it is to talk to a camera? It's so strange. I just feel like I'm talking to myself here. But, just keep slicing up. This is not the most entertaining thing to talk and slice up peppers at the same time. But once you get the peppers, see, this is a yellow pepper. Alright, I have no idea if I'm doing this right here to show you with the camera if it's showing anything. So I'm trying. So bear with me. Okay. And you just keep slicing up this. It may be long because I have a big family. So I'd be cooking extra. And the good news about having extra food is that you can actually warm it up either in the stove, in the oven, or you can zap it in the microwave for like a minute at a time. It's actually really good. Now, you gotta be fussy on what you want. So you're picky on the food that you eat. This is a healthier choice, honestly. Right? The only thing you're adding may not be that healthy. It's maybe margarine, just to have a little, fat in your diet kind of thing. The funny thing is, I got this thing called a vegan, what do you call it, margarine? I think it's vegan. That's what it says, so I'm going by what it says. Now, I'm not vegan, no way. But it's a healthier choice, supposedly. Now, I'm doing orange pepper right now. Just slicing it up and putting it in a colander. See, this is the colander. You can call it a strainer. Kind of stuff thing that you use, plastic or metal, whatever you use when it comes to your pasta. You can do the same thing with washing your veggies. So, you cut it up. It's a lot. I mean, if I was only cooking 1 person, I'd be done by now, but peppers. Okay, I'm going to cook more than that because it's a big family. And I want leftovers. See, if you have leftovers, you don't have to worry about cooking them, so you just zap it. Or you cook it on the stove or in the oven. I don't do it on top of the stove. Okay, stick with the microwave. It's a little faster, but I have relatives who actually love it in the oven, so you just kind of put it on like a cookie sheet or something. Now, back to this, because I keep going off on talking about other things. So, carefully not cutting your fingers. Slice up the peppers. So far, this is my 4th pepper I'm cutting up. Okay, so far I got 4 peppers. Doesn't matter if they're this size or a little bigger, it's okay. You can probably cut maybe 2 more peppers. just so that I have extra. And when in doubt, put a little extra. And then you know I have enough. Now, that one, that, and you pull it apart. Easier to pull off. Now, everybody has different ways of cutting the veggies. So you do it the way you like doing it. I slice it in thin strips because we can have it on the wrap, on the fajita, like the tortilla. It actually goes nicely right in the center. I mean, some people will dice them up and all that, but that's about it. I slice them up nicely. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just long strips, doesn't matter. Nice and easy. That's the one good thing about having a meal. You don't have to have perfection. You just do your best. There you go. Oops. I'm kind of pressing that part. There you go. So, I'm extra fussy on cutting veggies because I don't like the hardcore bitter part of the core. So I'll take that off. So I'll make sure it's nice and red. Or green. Well, I don't do green because it's more bitter. I do the red, yellow, and orange peppers. You could do green if you want a little more bitter of pepper. If you want sweeter pepper, you use the sweet peppers. If you want to add an extra spice, you can always add one jalapeno pepper if you want. I don't, because I make it spicy enough. I'll be right back to show you the other things. I'm rinsing off the peppers right now. I don't know if you can hear me, but that's what I'm doing. Rinsing the peppers and putting it in the frying pan. The frying pan does not have to be on right. Now here's the one thing that made me cry. Onions. Now, of course, there's certain ways that people cut them. I cut them the way I like it. I'm not fussy. You just cut it. If you don't really care whether or not you're going to get teary-eyed, then just cut it the way you like. And the difference is, you peel it, slice it like this, pull the skin off. Okay, and then you add, it's just peppers. Okay, then you, see, it's the onion. Slice it down, and you just go like this. See, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You can make it thin so they cook a little faster. You don't have to have it perfected. See, nice and like that. Now see, one onion is plenty for one person. But if they have a good appetite, 2 onions is good. However, I'm going to do about 5 onions because I got a big family. If you have a really big family, then you have to do about a little bit more. And add an extra frying pan. Okay, I'm getting there. Now, see how that's it. Just nice and easy. Oops. And long strips. If you can do long strips, that's what you do. I don't know, people have different names. I think it's julienne strips or something, I don't know. See, just little long strips here. I'll show you another one. Okay. I do this way because it's just the way I feel like doing it. I'm not a chef, but I am a mom of a big family. So, there's another onion. Okay, that's okay. And now, you like this. Then you, well, if it doesn't work the way you like it, you just kind of improvise. Just wash your fingers, cut your fingers. It's happened in the years I've been cooking. And I've been cooking for many years. Big meals. This is a fun meal. So, I don't know if I'm showing it right here for you. Hopefully I got the camera on the right way. I have no idea. Okay. Just scoop it up. Be right back. I'm going to rinse off these pepper onions. Actually, no, you know what? Maybe I'll do one more. I thought. trying to do this. Hopefully, oh, why did I do that? Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, I'll get that later. All right. I'm not a perfectionist, but I try and cook it with love. As I would say, if food turns out well, if you cook it with love. Cook it with love, it doesn't turn out so great. It's like, eh. Okay, I'll see. That's 3 onions. I'm gonna see if that's enough. If not, I'll put more. I'll leave it more. I like onions. Holy, strong onions. Okay, so I rinsed them out. I'll put them in another frying pan. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna need more. That's not gonna fill this. Okay, I have to do more peppers and onions. Okay, let's try this again. Another onion. Because I'll make sure there's plenty. So when you're doing tortillas, you won't put just enough, but you want to make sure you have like enough for some more extra later on. Okay. This is unscripted. I know how to cook, I just not very good with camera work stuff. So I hope you see it. I use a paring knife because I'm more secure with a paring knife than I am with those big freaking sharp butcher knives and all that. No thank you. Yeah, no. When you have kids, little, this is safer than having the bigger knives because you don't have one when you're walking around. Plus, less damage to your foot if you actually drop it. Alright. Don't want to have done this so far. Okay, now, wait a second, hold that for a second. I am going to have maybe one more onion. Okay, 5 onions. I'm sure that'll be 5 onions. I haven't been counting.